Alright, here we have the Bytes Counter. It's a little project on Tindy.com. The maker was gracious enough to send me a fully assembled model, which actually turned out to be a little necessary for this project, since unfortunately, I'm not sure if this was intended or if maybe I didn't look hard enough. There was no sort of schematic instructional as far as like where to put the various different resistors and capacitors, but maybe that's just something that is more, upfront common knowledge to somebody that actually knows what they're doing. So that being said, had to use this little magnifying glass to actually look at the numbers and use the assembled model as a comparison to put the pieces. Now, I've listed and linked in the, or shown on screen, I'll show as we're going through, where the little resistors go, that they look pretty much identical to each other until you see the number under a magnifying glass. The other components are self-explanatory, so any of those that I didn't put on screen, it's just sort of obvious on board where they go. The only things that that are polar, meaning they need to go a certain direction, are the LED that you're putting on, and I believe that's it. The rest of them are bipolar, meaning they can go either direction. So you start with all the surface components, all the SMD components that go on surface, and then you finish up after all those are on with the through-hole mount components. Normally the through-hole mount components are much larger, whereas the surface mount components are normally a lot smaller. Now, I had quite the time at first adjusting to doing these surface mount components. You definitely want to use a smaller solder head and or soldering iron head, and you also want to really just take your time and check each of your connections with your magnifying glass as you're going through. You'll see at the end where, or it might not be shown in the video, but at the end when I completed this and turned it on, one of the numbers didn't want to come on, and it's because one of the resistors wasn't fully soldered down to the pad. So if you do put this together, don't worry if one of the numbers doesn't come up. Just go back, recheck all your connections, maybe throw a little more solder on them, and it should be good to go. It's a pretty simple circuit. It's pretty, it's one of the more basic projects that you could kind of go into, but that being said, it was still very complex. So here you see I got all the components in. I just checked them with the magnifying glass to ensure that they were fully connected, went through, and when I was confident that all the surface ones were connected, I went ahead and mounted all the rest of the components. And here we have the finished dealio. I made a little acrylic thing for the back. Super rudimentary, but just needed it to work. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and more videos to come soon.